Doc, how's the group feeling? Two pretty strong performances going into this week against the
good start to the season, obviously. 2 wins. Probably feel like there's a little bit better footy in us yet, but certainly not complaining. And this weekend's game shapes as a great match. So Hawthorn, top of the ladder for a reason. They've played outstanding in the first 2 weeks. So it should be exciting. Should be a high-paced game, which is what we like to try and produce.
Do you change much the rhythm when you perform so well against Freo? Do you change anything?
Yeah, we've got great pressure on at selection. Our list is pretty healthy. Really only Abby Ballard's going to come back and play her first game in the scrimmage, not in the AFLW, but so that's really exciting. She's had a 10.5-month rehab, so really exciting for her. And that means we're essentially down to just Naj, who's still coming back from a little hammy. So other than that, we're fit and healthy. So that creates real selection pressure, which is an interesting challenge for the coach.
Tia Charlton might come in and play her first game?
Yeah, so she'll be certainly one of those that's... she's had a pretty interrupted pre-season, but she was able to play last week, played probably about 80% game time in the scrimmage. So, she's available, and she's been an outstanding player for us for a long time, so she'll certainly be well in consideration.
Caitlin Gould obviously plays her 50th game. What is she meant to be?
Yeah, it's great. So we're having a number of milestones now, which is great recognition for those players that have put in serious work over many years. So Chelsea Biddell last week and Caitlin Gould this week, who I think I assume they both came into the program at the same time. But Gouldy's been unbelievable, particularly over the last sort of 2 years, where we've asked her to sort of shift from being predominantly a ruck to now becoming predominantly a key forward. And last week's game, she didn't actually kick a goal, but she was outstanding. She took some really strong contested marks, provided a great presence for us, and probably should have kicked a couple. She missed one from about that far out, if you've seen the tape, so she copped a bit of ribbing about that. But really pleased for her to be playing her 50th, and looking forward to her continuing to be a really good player for us for a long period of time.
Dr. Phillips has this time each and every year. I know it's early in the season, but it's a short season. Are you seeing the nucleus of a team that can push at the major end again?
Yeah, who knows? It's a bit early to tell, but certainly we're happy with how we're tracking. I think we haven't played absolutely as well as we'd like to, particularly offensively. We've sort of we've left a few out there. We haven't quite finished the plays. We're certainly generating opportunities, but ultimately, I think while we've got a really healthy list, as we just mentioned earlier, that puts you in good shape, because it creates selection pressure, and everyone that's getting a game is aware that there are 4 or 5 players coming up underneath who are ready to go as well.
So how much improvement do you have? Do you think how far off being your best can you be, you reckon?
I think you just try and get better every week. I actually don't know the answer to that question, but ultimately, there's the competition has increased and improved dramatically over the last 2-3 years, and it's jumped again this season. So ultimately, to remain relevant and in contention, then you need to find 10-15% every year. So hopefully we've worked hard enough to put ourselves in that bracket, and we'll find out over the next couple of months.